Welcome back to What's Up Wednesday with B. Boyd, a show where I talk about music and marketing and just kind of cell phone business in general and trying to get that off the ground and where I'm at. Let's see, I got a new song coming out on Friday. That'll be cool. What's it called? It's called No, the Other John Cena song. It was made over my friend Ryan Moss's beat. He makes most of my best beats. He made all the beats on the Fluid Dynamics EP. And so this is one of his beats. And then this is a song that I kind of pulled together just real quick. Slapped it together from my rhyme compendium. It used to just be a note in my phone where I'd write down all my rhymes, and if I ever came up with a verse while I was just like on a bus or something, I'd put it in that note in my phone, but the note got a little too big. It didn't all fit in one note anymore, so I downloaded an app called Notion, which lets you track notes in a more fancy manner, so you can hold on, I forgot how noisy it is over here. Let me swap to a headphone. Lets you track your notes in a more organized manner. So now I've got multiple different pages nested within each other of lyrics and all of that. And I call it my rhyme compendium. So the note in my phone called the rhyme compendium is where this song on Friday came from. It was just slapped together from a bunch of myriad rhymes that I had written in the past already. It was a B-side from Turmeric, so I'm releasing it now. I think for me personally, I just like releasing my B-sides, even though I think they're not as, they're not the songs I'm the most proud of, but I know sometimes the songs that I, the artist, don't like as much are the songs that do click with other people more. How much you like music is always subjective, and so I'm not always right about what song is the best. And a song that I like or don't like is it could be or not be a song that a potential listener likes. So I think it's good to just release all the music, and you never really know what's going to click with people. I also think I think for myself also just like clearing out the backlog of unreleased songs is helpful. Helps me work on new stuff. The more songs I have sitting in like a almost done or nearly released state, the more I'm like keeping track of mentally of, okay, what still needs to get done? Where am I at? How many songs do I have ready to go? Kind of thing. Doing that mental calculus just gets easier if I'm just constantly purging the backlog of songs to release. So this one's coming out. It's a B-side. But the very end of the song kept getting stuck in my head, and so in that way it was clogging up the mental backlog a little bit and needed to get cleared out. So here it is. It's coming out. No, the Other John Cena song comes out on Friday. And let's see, the album art for it, I'm pretty sure is the last photo I ever posted to my old Instagram before I deleted it. A couple years ago I went nuclear, deleted not just my social media apps, but actually all my accounts. So I deleted my old Twitter, my old Instagram, my old Facebook completely. The Facebook one was a little intense to get rid of. It's like, all right, here's a bunch of connections and like photos from middle school things, and it's like you use Facebook to single sign on to log in to a bunch of different websites and apps, and so I'm potentially losing logins by deleting my Facebook, losing access to Facebook Marketplace, which I did use, but decided it was worth it to delete Facebook. And as I was deleting the other things, I think people get canceled in a heartbeat nowadays. Maybe not so much anymore. People were getting canceled in a heartbeat for a while. And it's like, dude, I don't know what garbage I posted in middle school that could get me in trouble now. Better to get that gotten rid of. And just social media is addictive as hell and just a total sink of time. I wonder sometimes if I hadn't deleted my Instagram or my Facebook, like I could leverage those platforms to try to reach more people with my music marketing. Right, with Facebook, I had however many friends built up over the years, and I could blast a post out to all of them saying, hey, check out my work, which I don't really have an avenue to access those people anymore, and so missing out on that marketing avenue, but I think it's super worth it because I probably wouldn't have even accomplished anything that I probably wouldn't have even made content to share if I still had my social medias. You know, I was getting home after work and spending an hour and a half scrolling Instagram on the couch. Like literally, I'd get home from work, throw my bag down, lay on the couch, scroll Instagram for an hour and a half. Not like intentionally setting aside time in my day to do that. That was the frustrating part, is I was just like, okay, I'm done with the day. I should like catch up, make sure I don't have any like texts or emails I missed, and invariably get sucked into the Instagram rat hole and scroll for hours on meaningless nonsense. That is total garbage. I mean, yeah, that's not even like posts from my friends anymore. It's just straight up 90% ads and then stupid videos. Anyways, so yeah, an hour and a half every day. Even if I just call it an hour every day, like what's that? 36,000 hours a year. Is that right? 365 times. No, times one, not times 100. I don't know where I got 100 from. 365 hours a year. That's a lot of hours. So glad I quit that. I think with cutting that out, that has enabled me to take that hour when I was otherwise bored to be more productive and actually accomplish stuff. You know, actually work on projects. And so I think most of the music I've written has probably come from that extra hour in my day. And yeah, I wouldn't even have anything to market or share on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter if I still had those. Anyway, so that's kind of my philosophy there about social media. What else? So I've got that song coming out on Friday. I've got 2 more songs coming out in the coming weeks. I got a little overzealous. A couple weeks ago bought a bunch of beats for a couple bucks. It was awesome. Great deal. Thanks, beatstars.com. And just figuring like I could streamline my writing process a lot if I already had some materials to write over. And just like, I don't know, because I'm busier now that I'm a dad. I think I could talk about the whole dad thing for a sec, but don't want to derail too hard. Being a dad is super fun. It's awesome. I think it's gotten a bad rap in the last like 30, 40 years. Maybe not that long. I don't know. People usually just complain about being parents. They're like, oh yeah, like you gotta change diapers, like ruins your life, you can't go out anymore. And I guess that's like kind of true. It's not really true. We're going out all the time. We're seeing friends. Changing diapers is so easy and so fast, and like really not a problem. And people don't, on the flip side, talk about how awesome it is, how rewarding it feels, how good it feels. Like I'm just riding a high. I can't even I can't explain why. It just feels so good to be a parent. I can't explain why. I think it's just crazy amounts of serotonin. So if you're running low on serotonin, have a kid. Easy fix. Enough said. But anyways, I'm busier now for sure. That I don't want to underplay. And so that means that I still enjoy writing music, and I still want to use that as an outlet. And so it would just help me if I just had some beats to write over instead of having to try to come up with all that myself. That just is an extra obstacle in my limited time. So bought some beats, got a couple hours spare time, and just sat down with the two of the beats in one night and knocked out a set of lyrics for each of them. That felt really good. And then a third day, I think it was a Sunday, during the day, I had an hour or two to myself and was able to knock out a third song. So plus I had that beat side from before, so one of them I'm still recording and working on, but those other three I'm blasting out for release now. Thinking, oh yeah, maybe I could do a song a week and I can keep up this cadence. But now I haven't written anything else for a couple of weeks, so we'll see. But yeah, so blasting those out. We'll see. I'd like to do a song a week. I think a lot of very successful people have done that. And I think it's good for a multitude of reasons. One, the algorithms tend to reward regular posting. That's part of why I'm doing these YouTube videos, is if you post regularly, YouTube rewards that. They want creators who are in it to be serious and not just blast out a video here and there. I don't totally understand YouTube's reasoning behind that. I feel like the creators who just make really creative skit content or whatever and post 3 things a year should be rewarded, because they're really putting their time and effort into those 3 things that they post a year, maybe they still would be, but for someone like me who's blasting out a half-baked music video 3 times a year, low budget music video, I think it could help to have the algorithm on my side by posting things regularly. I am really proud of some of the music videos I've made and wish they got more viewership, and yeah, hope that this boosts us up eventually. Anyways, so the algorithms tend to reward posting regularly, and I don't know if that's true of Spotify as well, but I figure it might be. And so I think posting regularly is good for that, but I also think it's good for the artist to practice and be thinking about writing stuff regularly or thinking about releasing stuff regularly. I think everything in the music industry is practice, right? There's the songwriting, there's even perfect tone, they say, is perfect tone, perfect pitch. Being able to hear tones correctly is practicable, and sing tones correctly is practicable, and so there's all that, and the more you do stuff, the easier it becomes, and you remove more obstacles that way, and that means that the parts that you really think are hard right now you can actually focus on, because the easier things are going to get easier and easier and become less and less of obstacles. And so I want to be able to kind of blast out content, music content, just for myself, because I think my songwriting still has a little ways to go. I want to get better at it. I also want to get better at video editing, video posting, and speaking about what I'm working on, I want to get better at marketing. And so I think practicing the songwriting will help accelerate that, and posting regularly can also help with the marketing thing because it's just gonna help me kind of figure out what's easy, you know, and just if I think right now there's still like a little bit of work to do. It feels like when I have a song release, where like, okay, I got to get the song up. What do I have to do? I have to get the lyrics posted and synced, and share it on Instagram, or share it on YouTube, or try to decide, am I going to do a marketing scheme like this? Am I going to try to do a marketing scheme like this? And just all of that feels like a lot sometimes right now still, just to even post a single song. And I think as some of those initial things get easier, like just post the song, post the lyrics, time sync it, post it on Instagram, easy. That's like, why does this seem complicated? Just do it, it's fine. Then once that feels easier, I'll have more space to try to come up with the more difficult things, you know, of, okay, now let's like actually come up with a fun, creative video or something, you know, like however I want to advertise things will become more apparent and easier to think through and easier to implement as the rest of the process gets easier. So practicing in that realm too, not just practicing in the music realm with strictly music writing, but there's a whole ecosystem around that I think warrants some practice. Yeah, so that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to practice with all that. I got a couple songs back from the studio. I mentioned I recorded, well, I have a B-side and then 2 that I wrote, and then 1 more that I wrote and just finished recording, plus another old one that I wrote the lyrics for ages ago but never recorded. Finally recorded, and so I have those back from the studio, and now I gotta mix and master them. I think mixing I've gotten a little better at. That doesn't feel so daunting anymore. And mastering now, I need to work on. I think the fact that my masters are not coming out great is indicative, though, that my mixing still has some work to do. Because the impression I have is that if you mix really well, you kind of don't have to master at all. Like, that's just baked into the mixing process. But I'm not at that level yet. So, still got work to do on the mixing front. That's still the biggest time sink. I could hire somebody to mix and master these. They'd probably turn out better, but it's also expensive. I don't want to do that. So, yeah, that's the eternal conundrum. Do it yourself. Takes a long time. Pain in the butt. And probably lower quality versus hiring somebody. Get a better quality thing. It's easier. Don't have to think about it, but it costs a lot. I think if I want to churn out songs at the rate I'm talking about, then I cannot be hiring somebody. I need to get good at it, and that's one of those skills I need to practice. Anyways, I've rambled for a long time. The merch website, bboydmusic.myshopify.com. I can't decide if I'm going to keep it up or not. I've sold literally 1 shirt, and then I bought 2 of them because I think they're sick. And so, I don't know. Is that worth keeping a website up? Probably not. I get clicks through it sometimes, so I'm like, I guess I just need to be pushing this harder. But it's kind of a pain. And I'm about to end Shopify's first 3 months or $1. I think that ends literally this week, so I need to make up my mind or I'm gonna get billed $15. So if you want a shirt, cop a shirt, stat, because they're about to go away. It's bboydmusic.myshopify.com. Yeah, I feel like having a website's good, but maybe once you have a fan base first. Thanks for chatting. This is What's Up Wednesday with B-Boy. I'll see you next week or on Friday for Freestyle Friday. See ya.